Good morning, students. Unfortunate that we could not meet again because of this pandemic. Anyway, we have certain topics to cover in our subject, cost accounting. So let us focus on the topics, the things which we cannot change, which are based on time. We have to be with the time. So as usual, let us follow the time and accept the situation. Now, I'm going to explain process costing, which is another topic in unit number 5. Process costing is nothing but in a contract, when different contracts are running, when work is going on, work should be allocated for different works. Based on that work and based on the contract, the contractor or the cost analyst need to analyze what is the process cost for each and every unit, where we take utmost care of material, labor and overheads, because if any material left in one process, we are going to use it for the next process. So when we are doing a work, we need to observe how the work is going on and how the process is going on. So in process costing, we need to analyze what is per unit cost of material, per unit cost of labor and per unit cost of overheads. So let us focus on problem. Now students, let us focus on the problem which is there on the board. This is problem number 1 in your Kalyani Publications textbook. And in this problem, I have written the problem on the board so that you can understand in a proper manner. Because you know the thing that right now I can't read the problem from the textbook, so that it's not a live class. Okay, so it's just an online class. I have written the problem on the board. Please check the problem on the board. I am going to read it out. A product processed through 3 processes. During March 2019, 1,000 finished units were produced with the following expenditure. How many units are produced? 1,000 units are produced. So, in the month of March, in the year 2019, 1,000 units were produced, and these 1,000 units were produced with 3 process units. Okay, so how many processes are there? 3 processes are there. So we need to check out the expenditures. So 3 processes are process A, process B and process C. Process A, process B and process C. So let us check the direct material expenditure. The direct material expenditure under process A is 1,500 rupees. Process B expenditure for direct material is 2,600, and process C direct material expenditure is 2,000 rupees. Process A 1,500, process B 2,600 and process C 2,000 is the expenditure for direct material. Now let us focus on direct labor. Process A direct labor is 5,000. Process B direct labor is 4,000. Process C direct labor is 3,000. 5,000 for process A, 4,000 for process B, and process C 3,000 rupees direct labor. Then the overhead expenses amounted in all to rupees 6,000. So what is the overhead expenses for all the 3 processes? 6,000 rupees. Overhead expenses amounted to all in the sense process A, process B and process C. They are to be apportioned. What are to be apportioned? The overhead expenses are to be apportioned on the basis of direct wages. Whatever overhead expenses 6,000 are given, they are to be apportioned. Apportioned in the sense they should be divided to process A, process B and process C according to the direct wages. Direct wages are also called as direct labor. Main raw materials issued to process A were worth 6,000. Main raw materials for process A were issued as, and the amount is worth of 6,000 rupees. Now students, once you have read the problem, once you have understand the problem, solution is as usual very easy. The thing is that we need to understand the problem. Once we know the solution, obviously we can do it, is it not? So I am explaining the problem one more time so that we have a solution very easily. So we have three processes, and the names of three processes are process A, process B and process C. By the end of March 2019, 1000 units were finished units, and to finish these 1000 units, the expenditure incurred is direct material process A 1500, process B 2600 and process C 2000. Next, direct labor for process A 5000, 4000 for process B and 3000 for process C. Only having direct material labor we cannot calculate and we cannot say what is the process unit cost. So we need to take overheads also. The total overall overheads for the three processes is 6,000 rupees. And these overheads for process A, process B and process C are apportioned on the basis of direct wages, as we have done the problems based on direct wages in previous problems, in previous units. And now we are given one more information that the main raw materials issued to process A were worth 6,000. So for process A, the material issued to raw material issued to process A is 6,000. Now we need to find out which process has incurred how much of cost. Okay, so let us do the solution and check it. I am going to keep the problem here itself only and let us do the solution. Okay, let's do it. Okay students, now let us focus on the solution of it. So we have prepared process A. And in the problem they have clearly stated that how many units are finished? 1000 units are finished. So we need to take 1000 units as finished units and we need to calculate what is the total cost per unit under process A. And in the problem they have clearly stated that the raw material used for process A is worth 6,000 rupees. Okay, so we are provided with the material, we are provided with the direct labor, and they have given us the raw material used for process A. So let us focus, and to draw this process cost account, we need to use a statement form of a tabular form of process costing account, which consists of particulars, per unit cost and amount. So debit side, particulars, per unit cost and amount. Similarly, on the credit side we have to write particulars, per unit cost and rupees. Now let us check very clearly. They have given us the raw material. What is the amount of raw material given in the problem? See, here they have stated, I have underlined it already. 1000 rupees for process A. So take the material, two materials 6,000. This is 6,000 rupees worth for how many units? This 6,000 is worth for 1000 units. So we need to find out the per unit cost in process A. 6,000 is the worth of raw material used. 6,000 and it is used for 1000 units. 6,000 divided by 1000. Per unit cost is 6 rupees. Students, you need to remember very clearly that we need to calculate per unit cost because it is a process costing. Each unit matters a lot for the production point of view. So we have to divide the worth of 6,000 rupees with the number of units produced 1000. Altogether we got 6000 divided by 1000 rupees. Per unit cost is 1000 rupees. Sorry, per unit cost is 6 rupees. So to produce, and the material used for raw material for 6000 worth of material for 1000 units is 6 rupees per unit. Next, direct material. In process A, the direct material we have provided in the problem is 1500. The worth of rupees is 1500. So take that 1500 and divide that 1500 with 1000 units, because we need to calculate per unit cost of 1000. Total number of units produced are 1000, and for that 1000 each unit cost we need to find out. So 1500 divided by 1000, it is 1 rupee 50 pies. What is the material cost? Direct material cost per unit 1 rupee 50 pies. Then direct labor. The direct labor for process unit is 5000. Amount is 5000. So this 5000 is for how many units? This 5000 is for 1000 units. So let us find out per unit direct labor cost is 5 rupees. How we got 5 rupees? 5000 divided by 1000 units, we got per unit direct labor cost is 5 rupees. Very good. We have calculated raw material for process A, which is given as 6000, and per unit direct material given is 6 rupees. Direct material is given for process A, that is 1500. Per unit cost is 1 rupee 50 pies. Direct labor is given as 5000. Per unit cost is 5 rupee. Then we are given with a overhead. Overall overheads for all these three processes is 6000. When overall overheads are given, we need to find out for how much is incurred for process A. So overall overheads are 6000, and a statement is given in the problem that we need to apportion these overheads on the basis of direct wages. So what is the ratio for direct wages? Here they have given 5000, 4000, 3000. So let us take it as 5000 is to 4000 is to 3000. So 5 is to 4 is to 3. 5 is for process A, 4 is for process B, and 3 is for process C. So when we take which process we are calculating? Process A. For process A, the ratio is 5 by 12. How we got 5 by 12? 5 plus 4 plus 3. 9 plus 3, 12. So for A, B is 5 by 12. So what total overheads are? 6000. 6000 into 5 by 12, 2500. For 2500 is our overhead charges or overhead cost for process A. Very good up to that. Now what we need to do? We need to calculate overhead cost for 1 unit. How many units we produced? 1000 units. So 2500 divided by 1000. Per unit overhead cost are 2 rupee 50 pies. Done. The raw material for process A is taken, direct material is taken, direct labor are taken, overheads are apportioned on the basis of direct wages. So let us total it. When we total it, per unit cost of process A is 6 plus 1 rupee 50 pies plus 5 rupees plus 2 rupee 50 pies. Total it is 15 rupees. For how many units? For how much cost? Observe 6000 is raw material directly. Next 1500. Next 5000 over labor charges and 2500 overheads. Total 15,000. Just apply the brain. Total amount is 15,000. Each unit cost is 15. If you divide 15,000 with 15 rupees, how many units we produced? 1000 units. Now what we need to do? We need to transfer these amounts to process B. Because what are cost incurred? It's a process. One process after another process. So we need to transfer it to process B. So the transfer is by process B account. By process B account. Cost per unit 15. See the total here, which we have transferred here 15, and amount which we have to transfer to process B is 15,000. 50 rupees per unit, 15,000. This is the way we need to do the solution for. Okay students, now we are with the process B. And in this process B, what we are going to do, whatever balance is there as per units and the amount, we need to transfer it to process B. We are provided with the information about the process B. Check the information for the process B. Material is 2,600 and direct labor is 4,000. Anyway, we need to apportion the overhead charges on the basis of direct wages. So let us check the process B for 1,000 units. See, finished goods are not going to change. We are just analyzing what is the total cost for all the three processes and what is the each unit cost in different processes. Now let us focus on the process B. Process B for how many units? 1,000 units only. It's not going to change. Please keep that in mind. Okay, now observe anyway the same process for writing the account for process B. Particulars per unit and it's the amount. Similarly on the credit side, particulars, cost of per unit and amount. Now we need to write. What we need to transfer first? What are amount that we have written on the credit side of process A? That should be transferred to process B. So right here to process A account, because we have transferred the amount from process A. Transfer whichever amount is transferred from process A, we need to write here to process A account. Total amount is 15,000 and per unit cost is 15 rupees. Because 1,000 units, whatever amount is given, we need to write over there, which we have transferred from process A. Now we need to write what are amounts, actual amount, expenditures are given, we need to write over there. For process B, the material cost is, the total expenditure for direct material is 2,600. Now how to get per unit cost? Very simple logic, we are not doing anything. So total amount of raw material, direct raw material is 2,600 and this total amount of 2,600 is for how many units? 1,000 units. So let's divide by 1,000 units. 2,600 divided by 1,000 units. 2 rupee 60 paisa is the per unit cost of direct material in process B. Now once the direct material is over, now we need to shift to direct labor. Here direct labor for process B is 4,000. So write the 4,000 here divided with 1,000. What is the per unit cost? 4 rupees. What's the per unit cost? 4 rupees. So we have transferred the amount from process C. We have taken the direct material. We have taken the direct labor. Very good. Now one more thing we have to remember, the overheads. Here when we are talking about the overheads, the total overheads for process B is 4. I have underwritten also, I have mentioned here, because total overheads should be apportioned on the basis of direct wages. Here direct wages for process A is 5,000, process B is 4,000, process C is 3,000. So 5,000 is to 4,000 is to 3,000, which is equal to 5 is to 4 is to 3. 5 is for process C, 4 is for process B. Now we have to take that. So total overheads are 6,000 and out of this 4 is the ratio of process B. Total ratio is 12. So 6,000 into 4 by 12, that equal to 2,000. For process B, the total amount is 2000. So the 2000 is for 1000 units. What is the per unit cost? Per unit cost is 2000 divided by 1000, that equal to 2 rupees per unit. Overhead charges are 2 rupees per unit. Now we need to transfer this entire amount to which process? Is all process over? No. So process C. So now we have to transfer. So let us total it. If we total the amount 15,000 for the amount which we transfer from process A, then direct material 2,600, direct labor 4,000 and overheads are 2,000. Total it is 23,600. 23,600. And per unit cost of 1000 units is 23 rupees 60 paisa. How much? 23 rupees 60 paisa. How? 15 rupees from processing, 2 rupees 60 paisa from raw materials, 4 rupees for direct labor and 2 rupees for overhead charges. So total it is 23 rupees 60 paisa. What we need to do here, students? We just need to transfer it to process C. That's what I have written it on the board. So by process C account, 23 rupees 60 paisa per unit cost and 23,600 total amount, and you need to close on both the sides. Okay, so when we are doing it, students, we need to be very careful how many finished units are given, what is the value of raw material, how much labor cost is given, and the overhead cost. Now, is the solution over? Not yet. Still we need to do process C. So, just I will give you as is a few seconds, take a screenshot or else copy it, then we will go with the process C. Just concentrate and copy it and we'll go with process C. Yes. Now two processes are over. Process A over, process B over. Now we need to prepare for process C. And in this process C, we are provided with the direct material 2000 and direct labor 3000. And anyway, overhead cost we need to analyze and apportion on the basis of direct wages. So information is very clear. Now we need to transfer the amount which we have prepared and we have transferred to from process B to process C. Check over here. The process B account which we have transferred to process C is 23,600. How much amount we have transferred? 23,600. And what is the per unit cost here? 23,000 rupees 60 paisa. Students, you remember one thing. Here the pro forma is not changing. Same particulars per unit cost amount, particulars per unit cost amount on both created debit side. Just we are writing the different processes with their different names. And we need to find out what is the overall cost of 1000 units which has processed through three different processes, process A, process B and process C. So okay, so we just need to transfer the amount which we have calculated in process B, which we transfer to process C is 23,600 and each unit cost is 23 rupees and 60 paisa. Very good. Now let us focus on the materials, direct materials. Direct material for process C is 2,000 rupees. Was the value of 2,000. So write the 2,000 rupees in the amount column. This 2,000 is for how many units? 1,000 units. For 1 unit, how much is the direct material cost? 1 unit cost is 2 rupees. See, 2.00. Why I have put 0? Because paisas are there, 60 paisa, 50 paisa, they are like that. direct. So put a 0 to avoid confusion, right? So what is the direct material cost per unit? 2 rupees. How we got 2 rupees? Total material cost is 2000. We have produced 1000 units. So 2000 divided by 1000, it is 2 rupees. Next, direct wages or direct labor. The direct labor for process A is 3000. So take the 3000, write it over here in the amount column as 3000. What is the per unit cost? Obvious, when you have observed process A and process B, it will be very easy for you to tell about process C per unit cost of direct labor. Total value is 3000. Total direct labor value is 3000. Divide 1000. What's the per unit cost? 3 rupees. This is a 3 rupees. Now come to the part of overheads. Overall overheads are 6000. We have a portion to process A, we have a portion to process B. Now it's a role of process C. So 5:4:3 because wages are 5000, 4000, 3000, take it, total is 12. What is the process C share? 3. So 6000 into 3 by 12 is equal to 1500. This 1500 is for 1000 units and we need to calculate per unit cost. So 1500 divided by 1000, it is 1 rupee 50 paisa. It is 1 rupee 50 paisa. Now, so we have amount transfer from process C, per unit cost transfer from process B. We have written over here. Direct labor we have taken, direct material we have taken, overheads we have taken. Just we need to total it. So check the total per unit cost to 23 rupees 60 paise transferred from process C. 2 rupees per direct material. Direct labor per unit cost is 3 rupees. And overhead cost per unit is 1 rupee 50 paisa. Now let us shift amount column. Per unit value we calculate with 1000 or else direct write the amount. 23,600 is for which we transfer from process B. Similarly, direct material 2000 given in the problem. Direct labor charges 3000 given in the problem. And we calculate overheads on the basis of direct labor or wage, that is 1500. Total per unit cost is 30 rupee 10 paisa and total amount is 30,100. Now what to do with this? All process are over, process A over, process B over, process C over. Then what should we do? Product is finished. Over now, all 3 processes are over. So what we need to do? We need to transfer it to finished goods. So what is the value of finished goods once the product is made? 30,100. Here it is 30,100 and per unit cost of 1000 unit is, each unit cost is 30 rupees 10 paisa. If you have in examination, if you got any doubt that maybe your answer is right or wrong, it's very easy. Divide this 30,100 divided by 30 rupees 10 paisa, you get 1000 units. If not that logic is not acceptable but to you, then do one thing. 30,100 divided by 1000, 30 rupee 10 paisa. Anyway, you can find out your answer very easily. The thing is that you need to focus on the problem, and these are the very easy problems. So I hope you understand the problem, because problem is on the board. Solution step by step I have given. Try to understand it. We are going to do more problems in this topic. Catch it and understand. Okay, copy the problem. And once this copying is over, whatever material that you have along with you, try to do the solutions, because of course this pandemic is there for us, and the online classes are going on. It doesn't mean that your exams are going to be on not. So you need to write the examinations at any cost. So progress on it, try to concentrate on it, and right now I am going to end my video, and we are going to meet with another video in another class. Take care. Thank you.